What I'm going to do in the next minutes, I will listen again to the drums and see how they sound to me now. If again my perception has changed of the sounding of these, and then I'll move forward to mixing the bass, and from there, well, onwards to the synths, arpeggio, etc. I'll start sharing the screen. I'm gonna play the drums, not the whole track, just here and there, and see how I feel about it. I would like actually this last part from the portal drum to take it out, and then I'm gonna make a fade out. And I think I'm gonna do the same with this one. And here also with this hat. I really like the idea of having like a little bit of silence before the drop comes in. There is another one that I wanted out. I think, yeah, this is... no, that one I'm gonna leave. Because it acts in a way like snare fill. So I'll just leave it on. Yeah, I think this sounds good. Like it. Sounds pretty techno when it's without the instruments, the other instruments. Okay, so now I will mute the drums, and I'm going to mix the basses. Okay, I'm actually checking for cracks. Yeah, like there. So that's good there. Yeah, when there are the connections between the samples, like there also, then you get this nasty click. Sometimes, not always. Okay, that's fixed. There too needs to be fixed. I'm just looking because my cat earlier, she was playing with the with the lights, so I don't want her to pull them out again. She's just going around between my feet. Okay. Or maybe maybe I can make this faster. Nah, just a little bit here and then it should be done. All right, this one too. That one is done. Okay, let's see if there is another. Well, let me mix this one first. I mean, this is pretty constant. There are not many changes here, only in volume, and of course there is the filter. So I'm going to drop in Pro Q and also utility, because with that one I can choose a range to make it mono. So I'll push this button here for the mono, and for the bass mono, and then I think I'm gonna leave it around there, around 120 hertz. Let me see first. Yeah, I think that's a safe frequency to make it mono. And I'm going to carve in a little bit. Just going to check again the kick frequency. So let's say in this area, that is F2, I think it's around 100 hertz here. Well, 89. And going to the same here, 89 hertz. And just a light dip there, just remove a tiny bit of the low to make more room for the kick. And the thing is that this bass goes in between the kick, so it doesn't hit on the same note. So then, well, yeah, there's the advantage there that just offbeat the bass and then doesn't interfere too much with the kick. Okay, I'm just going to scan through, see if there is any disturbing frequency. Yeah, there might be. So I think I'm going to remove a bit from there also. I mean, it's not really disturbing, is that it doesn't distort yet, but when the other elements are added, then the ear might be a bit problematic. So I'm just going to remove a little bit off there, and then when I add the other elements, I'm going to see whether that makes sense or not. Yeah, so here it's a question of having these two play together. And I already feel there is quite some interference here. Yeah. So I have to make a decision which one is gonna go there, but I think because this one has the first bass has more of a high character, so then I'm going to, oh, where is it? Not there. Oh, here, come on. Oh yeah, I'm gonna remove the setting where my plugin windows stay open because it's confusing. Where is it? Plugins. Oh, multiple plugin windows. Off and then auto hide plugin in Windows. No, I think that should be fine. See? Now if I go on another channel, no, it needs to be the auto hide one. Let's see if this is the setting. Yes. There. And I'm going to remove a bit more of the really low end, the stuff that's really not needed. And I would say, yeah, whatever is below, yeah, let's say 20 Hertz is fine. Okay, maybe I can brighten this up a little bit. So I'll push it through the parallel processing here that I have, and that's going to be the unplugged plugin, and I'm going to drop also a Saturn on it. That is E, so let's see, A, B, C, D, E, this is the one. So it adds a little bit on the top of opening, and actually I'm going to mix the bass first, and then I'm gonna add the Saturn because I want to have like a clean perspective in a way. Yeah, actually there, this note, that should be a little bit less. Huh? Yeah, maybe there a bit, but I'll just do it a tiny bit, not too much. Okay. And what I'm also going to do, just to make this bass from Diva bounce a little bit, I'll add a sidechain. And I'm gonna sidechain it with the first bass. There. And it's gonna go through bass 2. Bass 2 Omni. Okay. And just a little bit of sidechaining. But here I hear something in this last note. No. Yeah, I think it's fine. Everything will be a little bit more clear when I play with the other elements also. But first I'm gonna do this. Okay, so this one has more high character. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Going to loop this and check whether there are some disturbing frequencies. And on this one I'm going to add also some CLA send return, the wave plugin. A little bit. And I will do the same thing. I'm going to duplicate the sidechain and I'll say base 3. And this is gonna go through base 3 and sidechain with the Diva base. And maybe I'm going to do it also with the base 2. But then this one I'm going to drop it directly on base 2. And I'm going to pull in here the base 2. The base 3, sorry. And I'll do the we call it frequency. So the bouncing, the side chaining is going to happen on the frequency level. So that's what I'm doing here now. Let's see what frequency is this base again. Well, around 256. Let's say around there, 256. Yeah, that should be fine. 250. Yeah, 70. Okay. And not too much. Something like that. Okay. Now I'm quickly going to check the other notes from this base 3. Because here I also hear something. Fine. Okay, following bass. Actually, well, this is higher on the spectrum. Let's see how this will fit in. I'm just going to drop another Pro Q3. Low cut. Okay, looks like around 113 hertz can be good with the low cut. Going to check if the transients are okay there, and that's fine. There is something odd there. Yeah, that note. Bit of tube-like sound. I'm not going more than 12 dB with the spectrum of the analyzer because otherwise it's just too much. Yeah, that should be fine. Again, I'm gonna send this to the CLA. Let's see, next one. Hollow bass. Okay. I think this is fine. Gonna roll a bit off from the high end. Right, and then the other bass. Going to check if the transients are okay. There is fine. Actually, I think I checked this already, so that's safe. With this one, I'm gonna go note by note. So I have basically in loop. Here I have only 4 notes, and this is the first note. There's too much. Bit out. It's always a bit tricky with some of the instruments because there are the conflicting frequencies, but then they are part of the character of the sound, so I have to be careful how much I actually cut and which sound needs to have priority. Yeah, but that's clearly disturbing, at least for me. Whistle. That's okay. Okay, I'm gonna roll a little bit off from the high again. Now I'm going to move to the next note. Also, that one is a little bit disturbing. Ooh. Yeah, that one. Oh. Maybe there too. So I'm pretty much now going with the with the character of the sound. So you can see I am cutting from the character of the sound. So it can be that I have to actually put down another bass or sidechain it. But I'm just gonna do this first and see how it sounds, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna go the other way. Okay, now the last note. that note is already cut there. That one too. So let's see how it really affects the sound. Okay, I think it sounds better, for sure. And I could have done just with one normal shelf, but I haven't done that because then everything is put down pretty much with the same level, but I didn't want to have that, so that's why I did it with anchor points one by one. Okay, now I'm curious how it sounds with the kick. So I'm gonna solo the bass with the kick. And I'm going to drop on the group of the bass now an EQ and see if there are any disturbing frequencies. I'm gonna go into the second part where all the basses are playing, and that's pretty much here. Okay, seems to be around this area that I need to cut a bit more. But actually, I'm not going to cut it this way. I'll do it with sidechain. And I'm gonna sidechain that frequency there. So that is 204. And I'm gonna take the kick. No, I'm gonna take the sidechain because the sidechain track is actually a copy of the kick itself, but it's muted. So I'm gonna choose the EQ and going to go around 200 and what was it again? 205 hertz. Oh. Let's see, how am I gonna do the Q? Yeah, I think if I keep it around 1 should be fine. Like this. And I'm gonna remove this anchor from the EQ. I think I needed to do it a bit less, not so much. And actually, I'm gonna remove this, move the center of the side chaining, so I'm gonna need to put it a bit lower. Because then it means it captures this part also, so it's going to sound the kick a bit more tight. Yeah, I like it, definitely. So I'm gonna save this now. And I will play it together with the full drums. See how it sounds. Okay, so here also on the spectrum. Oh. Yeah, I like how the curve looks like, so it's good. All right, then I'm going to tune out